What do you do when things are feeling out of your control? Even when that is self-induced, how do you respond and how do you cope? Hi guys, my name is Stephanie. If you're new here, hi. If you're not new here, hi, welcome back. I have some goals this morning, and that's resetting my spirit, mind, and body with a reset. First on the list is to clean this house. Next is to make some more sourdough. I have given it away to my mom, my dad, my daughters. My husband takes it to work, and I have not had time or the energy to make any, and it has to get done. First, let's take Thorin Barkenshield out for his walk. Did you know, you guys, that walking really helps when things feel out of control? And it is a natural way to release your endorphins and neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine. They are the ultimate mood enhancers, and that is absolutely what I need this morning. Getting the bedroom set up for the day is also really important as a mood enhancer. Opening up the curtains, getting some sunlight, and changing, not staying in the pajamas. So getting out of my big sweats, getting out of my sleepy shirt, and getting ready for the day. Next, I'm going to make my bed, get that set up. I love when I walk in my bedroom and my bed is made. I used to not do that. And for me, it has made a huge difference in how I feel when I make my bed. So why am I stressed? Well, I'm 3 weeks post-op of a self-induced surgery that I wanted. And with said surgery, there will be a video coming up on that. But with the surgery, I'm really limited to what I can do for right now. 4 to 6 weeks, I think I can start doing more. However, right now I'm really limited to just body weight, lower body exercises, abs, but I'm not used to that. I'm not used to not being able to work out. I mean, I am when I had my knee, my ACL replaced, but so that has put a really a mental hindrance and physical as well. When you feel really limited in what you can and can't do, mentally, it does something for me. And movement is so important, and building muscle is so important. 2 days before my surgery, my mother-in-law tripped and fell and broke her hip. And there are so many complications going on right now because for 20 years, she has sequestered herself in her apartment and has lost muscle and has lost the will to do anything. And that has been really, really stressful. We have gone over there to help. We have gone over there to help clean. And there's always an excuse of why she can't do that. And it's so important, you guys, to not have that excuse of why you can't move, why you can't get up, why you can't dust, why you can't do a squat. If you are not physically unable to do it, I beg you, not only for yourself, but for your family, to do that. Because right now, she cannot go home because she cannot even lift herself. Even with the hip replacement surgery, she cannot lift herself out of a wheelchair. And my concern and the stress is that she may never be able to go back to her apartment. and we're trying to figure out what our options are financially, what her options are financially, and what we can do. So that happened a couple days before surgery, and then I had my surgery. So it's just really important to please, 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 as women, we have to have that muscle so that we can prolong our lives as much as possible. On a different note, I had some sourdough bread that I was going to make that I totally forgot about. And it is a mess. It is so flat. So I don't know. I think what I might do is just bake it and then cut it up and put it and use it as either breadcrumbs or croutons. So if I have bread that is left over, what I will do is I will do breadcrumbs and croutons and put them in the freezer so that I have them when it's available. But I totally forgot about that bowl. It probably has been close to a week, and it was in my outside fridge. So there we go. Life was lifing. So I'm going to get a couple more sourdoughs made. I'm also grabbing the cat carrier. I need to try and get Gimli into that cat carrier because he has a swollen lip and his paw is swollen. I thought maybe he had just eaten a spicy fly and thought maybe he had gotten some kitty litter in his paw and he was just overly licking it. But we're going on about a week now. And so the vet said, you know, if I can get him there, then they look at him, and just trying to get the cat in the cat box, and he's not really having it, you guys. So what I'm doing with this sourdough is I have my starter ready. I do 750 grams of warm water. I do 150 grams of sourdough starter. I do 18 grams of salt, and I'll mix that in and get that good and diluted. And then I take my bread flour and do 1,000 grams of bread flour. And that is how I get 2 loaves out of that recipe. So I need to make 4 loaves. That's the goal today, is to make 4 loaves. So with my surgery, with my mother-in-law, and with Gimli the cat, my stress levels are higher than usual. And for me, getting back to my routine and getting back to what I really enjoy doing, and that is cleaning my house, making my bread, just feeling like me, working out. Once again, I haven't really been able to work out. I try and stand there and do squats and calf raises, but it kind of depresses me a little bit more because I can't really like go full on out. I've got to be really careful with elevating my heart rate. If you see in the lower right hand corner, you see Gimli, and he's sniffing around the cat carrier, but he's not really going in the cat carrier. And then also his big brother Leo, call him the old man. He's also playing with them. So, but yes, so that is the two bowls equals 4 loaves is what is on the agenda for that today.
excess, holding on tight to the rest. I've been busy filling up pages. I've been busy filling up rooms. I'm all done with scheming and conquest, but heavier than you. I've been busy giving up silos, selling all the storage for cash, giving her the cause of the waters where it's a splash. I will come to you empty, throw away my silver spoon. I will come to you empty, give them better use. I've been busy filling up pages.
Okay, so I have the 2 bowls of sourdough prepped and ready to rise. Gimli still will not go. I think he knows. He knows something's up. But long story short, he did not go in, and I wasn't going to force him. I tried all the things. I tried snacks. He went halfway in when I put some food in there, and then when I tried to push him in and close it, he ran out. And if you guys saw and remember my last cat fiasco, I was not going to force it. So now it's time to clean. Now that the bread is started, now it's time to reset the house, clean up, get the trash out. My youngest daughter had some friends over, and so the trash was full from that. And so I should not be lifting and doing this, but everyone was gone, you guys, and it needed to get done in a bad way. So, yeah, it is what it is. And sometimes you do what you got to do. And that trash needed done, if you can tell. So next on the list is changing out the wax. So I have my little bucket there of cotton balls, and I'll go through and let the cotton balls soak up all the old wax. And then I will grab a bag so I can collect all the cotton balls. And this is what I'm melting today, you guys. I'm super, super excited. So one of those will melt throughout the majority of my house. So those are, I have those already pre-cut. Each of those are cut in half. I usually put 2 cubes per warmer. So if I cut those in half, then one of those halves goes into a warmer. And it's a process to get it all throughout the house, but that's what I'm doing. I love this scent. I love the cherry on there. I love the sugar cookie on here. I will say the cherry does melt off pretty fast, but that's okay because it does still smell really, really good throughout the day, and I'm not mad at it.
Shelter torn apart, the seeds of joy and
So while I do love the cotton ball, a lot of the times I have mishaps with those cotton balls, at least with my cotton ball empties. And you'll see why here in a second. Why sometimes those cotton balls in the bag are not my favorite, because this is not the first time that this tragedy has happened. And there we go. Cotton balls full of warm wax that are now stuck to the floor. So now I have to get my scraper and then clean the floor, which is just something else I have to do. Oh well, it is what it is. So my floors are laminate. So I don't use the sharp side of the scraper. This is my wax cutter, my crinkle wax cutter. And I'm just taking the dull edge and just scraping it. So number one, I'm not using my nails, but so that I can get more of it. My nails aren't going to do much. But yeah, I'm just going to scrape it. And I have my wood cleaner for the wood. And then I have the laminate floor cleaner for the floor. And I try and really take care of my wood. I don't use, as a Scentsy consultant, I have access to like counter clean and all-purpose spray, but something about that makes me nervous. I don't really know what's in it, and I try and really take care of the wood that I have, because this is a vintage piece. And I'm not going to put counter clean or all-purpose spray on it. So I have I think it's Method wood cleaner. And number one, I love the smell of it. And it helps polish, shine, and keep my wood nice and moisturized. So I wanted to come back to my mother-in-law and just really emphasizing that it's so important that you help yourself now. And with Mike telling his mom over and over again for 20 years, she needed to take care of herself. She needed to get up. She needed to move. She has lymphedema. She's got heart issues, and there was always an excuse, and it has just gotten worse and worse. Well, now that she is in the situation that she's at, it's not just her, it's the rest of the family that is impacted. And granted, she's been through a lot. Mike lost his sister when she had just turned 30. It's been about 15, no, it's been at least 20 years. He lost his sister to cancer. No one knew she had cancer until she went into the hospital with stomach pains, and 2 weeks later she passed away. And that was in October. And then a year later, in December, the day after Christmas, we found out that his brother passed away. He had diabetes and had a massive seizure. He lived in a small, bullet trailer. And he probably would have been okay if he had had a seizure out in the open, but he had had a massive seizure inside this small little trailer and had hit his head. However, we found out the day after Christmas. However, he had been gone a week We had tried calling, wondering where he was. He was supposed to be visiting for Christmas, and no one could get a hold of him. And we finally did a well check. So I understand she's been through a lot, but unfortunately she got into the mindset where she focused on what she lost versus what she had. She had a son left. She had 2 grandkids, and that was not her focus. And to this day, she still focuses on what she doesn't have. And we have tried helping every way we can, but there's always a reason why we shouldn't come over, why we shouldn't, why she can't come see us. We have tried so many times, and it got to a point where we just stopped trying. She made that decision. And recently we have just decided we were going to go and help however we can, and we do. She doesn't clean her house because it hurts to stand, or she gets tired easy, or she was going to do it but she forgot. So number one, as women, like I said, it's really, really important that we stay on top of our health, that we stay on top of keeping the muscle that we have, the bone density that we have. We absolutely need it. Jumping, bounding, even if you're just standing there and just going up on your toes and back down again, increases bone density tremendously. And we need that. We need that as women. So I would ask you, I would beg you that if you don't do it for yourself, do it for your family, do it for your sons, your daughters, your siblings who eventually might have to take care of you, who might have to figure out what's going to happen. We're in the process of trying to decide, do I take everything out of this office, and do we move her here? That would put a big stress on the marriage and the family, because she's not an easy woman. And it's sad and it's stressful and it's heartbreaking. But like my surgery, part of that situation, her situation was self-induced. Mike lost his brother and he lost his sister, and he has found a way to cope. He has found a way to move forward. He has found a way to mourn them, but to also continue to live life and focus on what he has and not focus on what he doesn't have anymore, because it's not fair to the people remaining in your life. It is not fair to them that they have to relive or feel like the loss is more important than the life. And I see that. I see that with Michael, and it just breaks my heart. And so I do whatever I can to help him out. And that includes, as a homemaker, that includes making sure that, as a firefighter, he works a lot of hours, you guys. He works long shifts. He sees all the things. And I'm so fortunate that I get to stay home, and so happy I get to stay home. It's important as well because my daughter, who is autistic, she's 29, she is high functioning. However, she has certain things that she just will not live on her own. So, but it's important for me that as a partner in a marriage, that I do my part so that when my husband comes home, he doesn't have to think about what's for dinner or cooking. He doesn't have to think about having to clean or vacuum the stairs. It's done for him, and the bills are done for him. The everything is done. If I can do it, I will do it, so that all he has to do is go to work do what he has to do, and then he can come home and take a breather. And all right, and next on the agenda is to take Michaela to work. So Thorin, as you can see, loves to go for a car ride. Yes, the garage is a hot mess right now. That rack is clothes that I'm going to be putting up on Poshmark. But we have a very excited, happy puppy. We are taking Michaela to work. She is going to, yeah, and he is a princess puppy. Look at that. Won't even jump into the car. Waits to be assisted in. Anyways, so he is impatiently waiting for Michaela, who went to Starbucks, because he knows what happens when Kayla goes to Starbucks. We all know what happens. If you have a dog with you and you go to Starbucks, what do? You get a puppuccino. And he is so excited. Do you see his eyeballs? He is just like on crack. This dog is so spoiled, but you know what? He deserves it.
You're not alone. You're not alone. High upon the mountain, fathoms from the sound, rising with the morning, are lost beneath the ground. You're not alone. You're not alone. If you ever lose out or break down in the cold, stranded on the side of the long and tired road, I would drive for miles out in the failing light.
So now that the bread is done, the prepping is done, the wax is melted, and the daughter is dropped off, it's time to clean. Now, typically what I do is I will usually, instead of the index card system, I don't know if you guys have seen that. If you haven't, look it up. I just write down what to do every day. I do have a system. I do have, I guess you could call it an index card system, but I write it in my calendar because I write everything in my calendar, and it's just easier for me to just check it off. So Mondays is all the bathrooms. I clean my master bathroom, and that's everything in my bathroom. I clean the guest bathroom, and I clean the office bathroom. And then and then is my laundry day. So that's where I do my laundry, I fold it, and I put away, and it's done. So that's on Mondays. On Tuesdays, I dust everything downstairs. I do the blinds, I do the countertops, I do all the wood, I do all the knickknacks. I just dust everything. Tuesday is also, I make sure that Michaela gets her laundry done. Tuesday is her laundry day. And then Wednesday is typically a chill day. Wednesday, Thorin goes to puppy play care. There's a van, sometimes the school bus, that comes and picks him up and takes him to play care, is what we call it. He gets picked up about 6:45ish in the morning, and then gets dropped off at about 4:45. And so that's the day I like to just relax and chill and enjoy my morning. I don't have to walk anywhere. That's the day I usually choose to not work out. It's kind of like my Saturday in a way. So Wednesdays typically, unless something has to get done, I don't do anything on Wednesdays other than just the small cleaning up. Then Thursday is I dust upstairs, and that is the loft, my bedroom, the blinds, the windowsills. That's everything upstairs. I dust the cabinets, all of it. And then Friday is the kitchen. So that's when typically I will, and that's also everything in the kitchen. That's the refrigerator, the ovens, the overhead, the vents over the stove, the microwave, the countertops. What I haven't done in a while, I do throw like the garbage disposal cleaner tablets. I do that almost every other day, but I have noticed that it is stinky and it's driving me nuts. So what I'm going to have to do is unplug it and do a deep clean. And you guys, I am not looking forward to that at all. I really am not. I just know I'm going to have to put on some gloves. I'm going to have to put on a mask. I'm going to have to scent the mask with perfume. It's going to make me gag. I know it. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's got to get done because every time I use the sink past few days, it is just stinky. So I know that has to get done. But with all of this, like, it's easy. It takes 15-20 minutes a day for me to get this done. I'm not taking a full day and trying to get it all done. And it keeps me busy. It keeps me moving. And also, it's something I can control, right? I can't control my mother-in-law. I can't control my cat. I can't control what the doctor tells me to do and to not do, but I can control my home. I can control how the cleanliness makes me feel, how cleaning it and keeping it tidy makes me feel, how decorating makes me feel. That I can control. And that is just mentally, it's a game changer. I didn't always do this. This is new for me. This is something that has happened in the past year. And I have a few ideas. That's going to be a different video. I have a few ideas of why that has happened. And it has made me such a better person. Honestly, like I'm calm. I'm not stressed. I'm not worried about it. I've kept a clean house, but it was one of those things where literally I would only do it like I would wipe stuff down. Yeah. And I would clean stuff, but it wasn't like a daily thing where I took one thing at a time. And it would take me all day to clean the house, and I would hate it. It would just exhaust me. It would make me so tired. And I never looked forward to it, but I do look forward to doing this. And I look forward to getting my workout done, getting my chores done, and then being able to do what I want the rest of the day, whether that's filming a video, reading a book, sitting outside, going to the thrift store. I can do what I want the rest of the day. And that's a great thing, mentally, physically, and emotionally. So yeah, that's the index card system is a good thing, but I don't typically do that. I write everything in my calendar, in my planner, as you can see in the middle right hand. I write everything down, and it's just easier for me. So that is the rest of the day. That's the plan, is to just get my house reset and back to normal.
Come on, baby, take a leap of faith. We got a love that's worth the wait. Darling, you've been on my mind. Gonna love you to the end of time.
So because I've been on limited activity, I haven't really had a chance to stay on top of my tasks. And so I am just getting it done today. Just a real quick clean up, and not worry about a deep clean, but dusting really quick and just getting it done so I can feel like I've cleaned up my house, which has not happened. I am trying to fix this stupid, this vintage little medicine or spice cabinet, and these doors want to keep closing. So I am just trying to get it, because the toilet's right down there underneath it, and I always hit my head on that thing. If the doors are not fully opened, I hit my head. Very annoying.
There's something I've been dying to say. Honey, let's take a leap of faith. And I know you're the one. Our story's just begun. I'm never gonna let you go. With your love I'll never be alone. There's only one thing I know for sure. I'm holding on forevermore. I'm never gonna let you go.
So finally, I get to clean my office. I'm so excited. I just got this fabric from Mood. I don't know if you guys used to watch Project Runway. But Mood was the place that they used to get all their fabrics. And I decided I was going to jump in and get and splurge on some really good fabrics because there's some winter fall dresses and skirts that I really want to try my hand at. So I'm super excited about that. Loving the feel of the fabric for sure. The other thing I'm enjoying is this new vacuum. This is a Miele vacuum, Miele. It has a filter, it has a bag, it has settings that I can, like for curtains, it's got a setting for area rugs and for medium thickness and heavy thickness carpet. So that's really, really nice. And the fact that with my portable, with my charger vacuum, if I wanted to vacuum on high, it lasted 6 minutes. You guys, I don't have time. Like that's just ridiculous. So yeah, super excited about this vacuum and I'm loving it so far. And I do love the fact that it has an air filter in there as well. So I'm not getting all the dust like you would in a canister type vacuum. So yeah, enjoying this. It's lightweight, it's easy. I will say that on my Ruggables, it does not work. I think I either need to get a thicker pad for my Ruggable, but it pulls up the Ruggable carpet. It does fine in my bathroom carpets. It does fine on these little area rug carpets that I have in the kitchen. But the Ruggables that it's in the living room and in my entryway, it pulls it up no matter what setting I have it on. So that's a little frustrating. But I mean, it's not a big deal. I can deal with that. And eventually need to decide if I'm getting a thicker pad or if I'm just going to get a new area rug, a new rug for the living room. So all right, so now I'm doing just some stretch and folds. I do this throughout the day, and that helps strengthen the gluten. Um, and you know what doesn't strengthen the gluten? Trying to get this stupid bag back on this bowl. I don't know why I struggled so much with this stupid thing. I think eventually what I'm going to try and do is make the cloth covered bowl covers. They're not hard to do, and you know, it's better than the plastic. But I have like over 300 of these plastic covers, so I'm going to be using these for a little while. But yeah, just doing a stretch and fold and getting the gluten to strengthen. And then in a little bit, in about another 30, 45 minutes, I think it was probably close to 45 minutes when I decided to get them baked. So I could have bread that evening for dinner with my corn chowder I made. Okay, so I am now emptying out the rest, not the rest. I'm leaving very little sourdough starter in my starter jar and putting it in my discard jar. Now, this discard jar you can use for waffles. You can do like the Cheez-Its crackers. That's on my list of things to try. I don't use my discard enough, and I need to. There are people who just use up their discard. They are freaking champions. But so when I refill my starter, I have my what's left of my starter. I have some warm water, and I'm going to show you the consistency with how I like my starter to look after I replenish it. In this jar, I have fresh milled flour, wheat flour, and white flour, bread, and it's bread flour. And it's from a company called Central Milling Co. And I just love their flour. So if you see, it's almost like I'm making, it's like a biscuit dough in a way. It's nice and thick, and that water's going to soak it up, and it's going to rise beautifully. So that's kind of the consistency with how I like my starter. If you are wanting to start sourdough, I will try and get a video started with that. But once you get to know your starter and the consistency with how it works best, you'll know it, and you'll kind of get an idea of how you want your starter to look and how it works best for you. Okay, so I'm going to be rolling out my dough. I have the ovens at 500. I have my Dutch ovens already in the oven to warm up. And this recipe, like I said, makes 2 loaves. So I am going to measure it. I'm not very good at eyeballing it. There's a lot of times that I'm always like 100 grams off, and that drives me nuts. So I would rather just get it as close to even as possible. And so I measure it, I cut it, and I just try and get it really even as much as possible. And yeah, and then we're gonna roll it and cut it and put it in the oven and have some bread. So everyone has a way of how they like to fold/roll up their dough. How you see it is how I like it. And then I just tuck, pull, turn until it just becomes this tight ball. And I have this mat that I put it on. It's a round mat that goes into the Dutch oven, so I don't have to keep using parchment paper, and it works beautifully. It doesn't stick. I don't have any problem at all getting it to come off that. So that's just the 2 loaves, and I just kind of pull it out and roll it up and fold like a burrito, and then tuck it, turn, turn and tuck, turn and tuck. All right, so I'm gonna get this bread in the oven. Like I said, it's at 500 degrees, and I put it in for 28.2. I know that's very precise, 28.2 minutes. And then after that, I turn the oven down to 400. I take the lids off, and then it goes in for 17 minutes or so. I kind of check on it to see if it's like the color that I want. But there's something very satisfying about making bread. And what's also really nice is I am always making bread and I have loaves in my freezer. Well, I did before everyone took it, but that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to say, is that if someone's in need, if you know that they've been sick, if you know that they are struggling financially, it does not cost a whole lot to make bread, you guys. And especially sourdough, it's so healthy for you, and it's healthier for you if you put it in the freezer and then you warm it up and eat it. There's something about how it ferments. I don't know what it is, but it's healthier for you. So I do encourage you that, it really helps with the depression. It really helps with uplifting your mood and uplifting others. Help others if you can. And it's just a loaf of bread. It's not a big deal, but for someone, it could mean the world to them. And I don't know. I just encourage you. So thank you so much for joining me today and hanging out with me while I clean and make some bread. Here are the first 2 loaves, and voila, we got sourdough, you guys.